This channel, we pride ourselves on disclosing the truth, and that means revealing the losses along with the wins. Because if I only disclose the wins, that's just gonna be, hyper unrealistic, and it kind of defeats the purpose of, the financial journey. We gotta expose the setbacks and what the heck I did wrong and all that stuff. So overall, if you just look on like a week to week basis, everything looks fine. I'm down 4%. That's part of the game. Big whoop. But if you actually look into like the details, it was freaking gnarly. Cause up until October the 10th, I was up 23% on the whole entire portfolio, up nearly $50,000. Then Trump happened, and regretfully, I did, not regretfully, but like I did hold all of my positions, so I didn't sell anything. Looking back, I should have bought some puts, but I thought it was just a dip in the bull market, and we're still going to be running. Now, today's Sunday, so after all of that, Trump retweeted, "Oh yeah, it was just a misunderstanding. JD Vance is now kissing up to President Z, and everything's gonna be fine and dandy." Had I sold everything and realized these losses, then I would have been, for short of a better word, would have been screwed or fucked. But I did hold everything, and I actually added to more SOFI positions and more to some of my higher conviction plays. But it is what it is. I am now down technically $50,000 from my portfolio all-time highs, and I gotta review my strategies, I gotta review my holdings, my stocks, I gotta review everything and see and make a game plan to see like what am I gonna do if the market does go lower or if it goes up. And I'm gonna be presenting you guys with some of my favorite stocks and some positions that low-key got stuck in, but what I see like it's gonna happen within the next week or maybe like month or so. SoFi right here, it's a pretty easy play. Something like this, stay within a trend line. It's gonna go boing boing. This I'm gonna chart it off as an anomaly, but if it is an anomaly, it's just sitting on that the support that we made earlier around something. This is a very strong support zone. If you can go back all the way to the pandemic days, you can see people were buying in these levels and they're gonna try looking to get back in. All right, so we go up, we touch 30, we retraced to around this 25.50 line, then we went as high as $30 basically again before Trump did the big Whopper news. Okay, fundamental, everything is the same. If the China thing does go through, SoFi is SoFi. We do loans. None of this really affects. None of this Chinese news really affects SoFi that much. Besides, if the Fed decides to cut rates, to not cut rates. Sorry. Like I said, nothing's really gonna be happening. I think it's gonna inch. I think it's probably gonna have a big bounce, and then it might go back up to the 30 level within the week, probably. Cause in, I want to say roughly 2 weeks, we will be doing the October 28th earnings, and people want to get in for that. What's the next stock on the list? Google. All right, Google. After this gap up, we're seeing it's kind of lagging around a bit, but you see this, it's consolidating in the zone. United Healthcare is a bit of a choppier story, but I still believe it is undervalued. Actually, the whole entire healthcare sector is undervalued. Pick up some Oscar right here when it's like $19 again or something, or 18 maybe, if you're trying to get in for a little bit cheaper, a little bit greedier. So I do believe the fair value of this company is at least 500 right now at 350. Warren Buffett's buying, everyone is buying. So it's gonna slowly. This isn't really a fast mover. It's gonna slowly inch up to the 450s. End of year, I could see maybe 400, 450 happening, but it doesn't really move that fast. So think of this as a longer term play. It is undervalued. If tech bubble bursts, move to healthcare, because this is severely undervalued sector in the S&P 500. Amazon is another play that kind of got stuck in after the whole Trump thing. I was trying to ride this up like a little bull formation, because it was it was in this uptrend, and then I tried to ride it up, maybe get something in maybe ride it up to 240 to this other high up here. But once again, it's Amazon. It's not going anywhere. Everyone needs to spend money at Amazon. There's probably earnings coming up in the next week or two. So in reality, it's a pretty good hold for the next like month or so. Another one of the stocks that I have some of my heaviest positions in is NVDA. I do believe they are making a uptrend right here. It's gonna be a very nice and slow and steady uptrend. A lot of people are buying this stock. I think Ken Griffin from Citadel or something's buying this stock again. It's a very good play. It's like, recession, Chinese, nothing is gonna take this stock down until it has competitors or someone, and you'll be like, oh, OMD. I don't think they're quite there yet because they have to give away 10% of their company. Now you could argue that it is the biggest company, so you could say that, like, it has limited upside, but at the same time is one of the best offensive defensive plays that you can get on the market. Like, everyone wants their products, they ain't really going anywhere, and they have, like, they're making investments into OpenAI and all these other companies that are further, like, perpetuating its growth. So this is a really good growth machine here, and I'm looking to add if it dips more, but I don't think it's going to dip any further. We're probably going to see a bounce back up to like the 190 range. All right, so the next stock is BMNR. I think Tom Lee is in this stock. A bunch of other people are in this stocks. Basically, it's going to mirror Ethereum, and people believe that Ethereum is going to mirror Bitcoin. Now, with this recent dump, it's kind of sitting at the support levels again. If you believe in this, this wedge and how it's going to break out, it's sitting at the support levels. So that means it's an excellent time to buy right now. I see it like doing like some kind of side, maybe another. These usually actually end after like three. Maybe I see like one final consolidation before it breaks out to the upside, and maybe we're going back to like 80, like $100 or something. So this is definitely like a medium term play that you can kind of just like whoop whoop, and then it goes up to like 80. So we're kind of sitting in it for like a breakout. The last play that I kind of got stuck with per se is ARM stocks. This stock has been moving sideways for a bit now, so assuming that the breakout will be pretty crazy. I got in pretty high around 168, 170 area, and I thought this was like gonna be the mother of all breakouts, and we're gonna finally breakout. That did not happen. It went back down. So I'm thinking it might like either it's gonna bounce back up to this level the next day, or it might lag around a bit and then we slowly retest this area and then finally break out.